Hello everyone, this is Beth Traherne back again with another art book review, and this time we're going to be talking about Lifelike Drawing with Lee Hammond. Now, as you can see from the front cover, this is of course going to be based on graphite as your medium, but this is going to be based also on realism. So let's see, the author and the artist of this book is Polly Lee Hammond. She is an illustrator and an instructor in Kansas City. The book, very basic and simple with lots of examples and exercises, so I thought that was really good, especially if you are just beginning and learning how to work into realism. You know, as I said, she's a graphite artist. That's what she's most known for. But overall, I really thought this book was really good, especially for, you know, for the beginners and those who are maybe more visually inclined, as opposed to with books with a bunch of reading and very little examples. And chapter 1, this one, it's not really a lot of examples involved. Basically, it's just some examples of some of her students who, before and after, what they could do before and after taking her class. And basically, it's more like a pep talk type chapter. Basically just, you know, saying, hey, you know, you don't have to be super talented to be able to draw. You just have to want to be able to do it. You have to be determined to be able to learn, basically, is what it is. But I thought that was really neat. You don't find very many books that start out that way. Okay, and this one is on chapter 2, so this talks about techniques. She goes a little bit on some of the materials that she uses, shading, tones, blending, and learning basic shapes. And also how lighting, gridding can be used to help progress with your arts. And she also talks about how to make grids as well, by hand, if need be. Rounded and cylindrical objects. This one's learning a little more in depth of learning how to draw shapes and break objects down into their basic shapes. This was more particularly towards circles and ellipses with hard and soft, and how to shade with hard and soft edges, which when you go into the chapters you'll kind of understand a little more the difference between hard and soft edges. And this one is recognizing rectangular shapes in everyday objects, and also how practice making them look realistic, especially with perspective is involved. And you also go into a little more in depth of how perspective works and the different kinds that there are. Chapter 5 talks about transparent objects, and of course water drops, glass vases and vases, however you want to say it. They're out there and they can be difficult to get the shading and the shadows right, but this one teaches you how to draw transparent objects, like I said, glass or highly reflective glass-like surfaces with or without something in it. So I found that to be really neat chapter and very insightful and helpful. And this is chapter 6, and this one's a little more reflective surfaces, but this time they're metallic. Like, I had the word, like gauntlets, goblets and stuff, cups, metal, silverware and stuff like that. It can be round or cylinder, etc. And she also goes into details about how to do stuff like that. Fabric and other textures, chapter 7. This one I found to be really helpful because fabrics and fabric folds, are, especially with textures of the fabrics, is something that I do have problems and I struggle with every now and again with some of my pictures that I draw. But this teaches you how to draw the clothing and the folds, and to know what techniques to make certain textures for the various materials. But she teaches you 5 basic folds, and like drape, column fold, inert fold, interlocking, and coils, like say for like curtains, drapes, something that's hanging from 2 different parts, and things like that. And this chapter 8 talks about how to draw nature, and it's drawing things in nature and being able to do them realistically, like skies, flowers, trees, grass, and rocks. Most like landscape and background settings too. Chapter 9 talks about water and its reflective properties, and learn how to draw those from waves, reflections, and to droplets. That one was very good too. Very helpful. Chapter 10, how to draw animals. It also said how to draw fur, hair, skin, feathers from different kinds of animals. And then chapter 11 talked about people, learning how to draw people and portraits, and how to break down the face to be able to draw it and I can't talk today. Drawing them properly. The word just escaped me. I'm sorry. And how to draw noses, mouths, eyes, ears, hair, and stuff like that. Which honestly, basically is realizing that there are no hard outlines to those features. It's mostly just a lot of shading and blending. And of course, these are some other books from Lifelike Publishing that if you are interested in, you can look up. I do have some of these, but if there's one specific you would like me to do review on, then please let me know. And that is it. That is the end of this book. It's not very big, but like I said, it's got a good few pages, but the content is very well placed and very well done. And that is it for this review. As I mentioned, if you have a specific request for a certain book that you would like me to do, or even if it's an art supply, I do plan on doing some art supply reviews for some of the stuff that I have. I have various things from colored pencils to oil paints and acrylics, and Lord knows what else I have. I have not been going through my supply closet lately, but I know it's crowded with stuff. So just let me know. Comments, questions, concerns, again, let me know with the comments below. And that is it today. And I hope you guys have a nice day.